So now, this is part 3 of our discussion on newborn. Let's begin with the concept of transition of the different stools of the baby from the time that the child is born. So, our stools also transition. Okay? It begins with day 1, where the stools of a newborn appears to be greenish or blackish. So that's why we term it as blackish green. This blackish green stool of the baby that is passed at the first day upon its birth is what we call as meconium. But remember, class, that meconium has been formed even as early as 20 weeks. So meconium refers to the first stool of the baby, which looks green or black. That's why it's called blackish green. However, there are some instances where meconium may still be passed at the second day, and we still consider that as normal. Okay? Some abnormalities in the meconium class may happen when the child inside the mother's womb was able to defecate. So nakapagawas ganing meconium ang bata sulod sa tiyan sa iyahang mama. Nakalibang gani ang bata sulod sa tiyan sa iyahang mama. That means that the child inside the mother's womb is in jeopardy. Delikado ang kinabuhi sa bata kung ang bata nakalibang sulod sa tiyan ni mama. Sir, unsaon man ako pagkaibaw nga nakalibang ang bata sulod? You just simply have to look at the amniotic fluid. Ang normal nga amniotic fluid class is clear. But when the amniotic fluid is color green or brownish, okay, not yet totally black, then that indicates nakalibang ang bata. But the moment nga black na gyud ang color sa imong amniotic fluid, then that indicates patay na ang bata sulod sa tiyan. Okay? So as a general rule, dili normal nga makalibang ang bata sulod sa tiyan ni mama. That's the general rule. However, there is one instance where we can consider ang pagkalibang as normal. When is that? When the presentation is breached. Meaning to say, kung ang presentation or ang naguna nga part sa bata is ang iyahang lubot, normal nga makalibang ang bata. Nga naman, because if this is the uterus class and it attempts to contract during labor, then mauning imuhang ulo sa bata, mauning lubot sa bata. Every time the uterus contracts, compresses, what happens to the buttocks? The buttocks get squeezed. And because it is squeezed, mao nang makalibang ang imuhang bata. Meaning to say, ang bata kung naguna ang lubot, unya makalibang, normal na siya kay mapuga man ang iyahang lubot. Nakalibang siya not because naglisod siya. Nakalibang siya because the buttocks has been squeezed. Pero kung normal presentation, meaning naguna ang iyahang ulo, unya nakalibang ang imuhang bata, wala man na squeeze ang iyahang lubot. Nganong nakalibang man siya? Because the sphincters have relaxed. In a state of chronic stress, parasympathetic is activated. Well, we know that during acute stress, sympathetic is activated. But when the stress becomes chronic, what is activated is the parasympathetic nervous system. And what effect does parasympathetic nervous system do? It causes the relaxation of the sphincters, mauna nga ang imong meconium nigawas. In simple terms, naglisod ang bata. Okay? So that is for meconium. Meaning, meconium should be passed day 1 or day 2 after it is born. Day 2 and day 3 of stools is what we call as transitional stools. And transitional stools look green and loose, mura kag diarrhea. So to a person with an untrained eye, may look at the stool of a 2, 3, or 4-day-old baby. Pagtanaw ni mo, murag nagdiarrhea ang bata. But that is normal. We call that class as transitional stools. Day 4. The day 4 now is what we call as the mature stools. And mature stools, the characteristic of your mature stools would depend on whether the child has been breastfed or the child has been formula fed. If the child is breastfed, sweet smelling. Pero kung formula fed, baho, noticeable odor. Okay? So kung breastfed ang bata, sweet-smelling stools. But kung ang bata is formula fed, then baho ang iyahang tae. We call that as noticeable odor. Okay? And as to the color also, class, as to the color, breastfed infants have light yellow stools. And those who are formula fed will have a bright yellow stool. Okay? Breastfed, light yellow. Formula fed is bright yellow. Breastfed, light yellow. Formula fed, bright yellow. Now, simply looking at the stools of the baby may tell us that there are certain pathologies. Example, when the stools are bright green, these are what we expect when babies undergo phototherapy. Okay? So kung ang bata gani imong gibuwad sa buntag nga init, early morning sunlight, or ang imong bata gibutang nimo og phototherapy kanang gisug-an ang bata nga puti, no? Naghubo ang bata niya gisug-an, we call that as Billy light or phototherapy. Malibang na sila, class, bright green. Nga naman, because by doing so, it promotes the excretion of bilirubin. Remember, class, ang newborns have the expected jaundice. What do doctors tell mothers to do? You go out early in the morning, ibuwad ang bata. Why is that? Because the early morning sunlight or the phototherapy aids in the maturation of the enzymes of the liver, or in other words, aids in the maturation of the liver. Remember, ang bata nagilo tungod kay ang iyahang atay dili pa mature. It cannot convert unconjugated bilirubin to become conjugated. So meaning ang problema naa sa dapit sa atay. So mao nang moingon ang doktor ibuwad sa init, ibutang sa phototherapy or Billy light, because by doing this, the maturation of the liver becomes hasten, mupaspas. And because mumature ang imuhang liver, ma-convert na ang unconjugated to become conjugated. And what do we know about conjugated bilirubin? Di ba, these are the kind that allows it to be excreted. O mao nang mugawas. Pagawas niya, unsay color? Green. That's why when you have phototherapy, the stools are green. Okay? Lactose intolerance. Lactose intolerance babies are those babies who will manifest stools which are mucoid and watery. Nagkalibanga nga naay murag mga sipon. Okay? Naay murag mga sipon nga nagkalibanga. This is what we call, class, as effects of lactose intolerance. Unsa man na siyang lactose intolerance? Mauning mga bata nga dili ka tolerate sa lactose. Lactose intolerance is simply not being able to tolerate lactose. Where do we find lactose? Lactose is found in cow's milk. It is found in human milk. So kung nakay lactose intolerance, pwede ba katagaan og formula milk nga gikan sa cow? Dili. Pwede ba kapatot yun sa mama? Dili. Nga naman, because this kind of milk contains lactose. So sir, unsa raman di ay pwede nga atong ipainom nila nga gatas? Katurang mga soy-based milk. Mao nang mga nailhan nato nga mga lacto-free nga mga gatas. And these milk are more expensive than usual. Okay? Nganong mahitabo man ang lactose intolerance, sir? Nganong di man sila ka-tolerate og lactose? Niinom kag cow's milk, niinom kag human milk, unsay naa? It has lactose. Okay? Kanang lactose is a complex form. For it to be digested, it has to be broken down into its simple forms. Unsa may mga simple forms sa lactose? You will have glucose and you must have galactose. Okay? So ang lactose, tibuok. Imo pa na siyang dugmokon para mahimong glucose o galactose. Unsaon man na nato pagdugmok? We need an enzyme in that case. And that enzyme is what we call lactase. Meaning to say, class, ang lactose mabungkag ra kung naa kay lactase. Pagkabungkag na nakay glucose and galactose. But what happens in patients with lactose intolerance? Wala sila'y lactase. Meaning, sa Bisaya, ang pinakasimple nga word is wa kahilisi. Wa katunawi sa lactose. Nga naman, kulang sila og enzyme nga maoy mutunaw, mubungkag sa imuhang lactose. And that is why people with lactose intolerance will manifest abdominal symptoms. Symptoms like abdominal cramp, flatulence, foul-smelling stool, loose watery stool with mucus. That is what we call lactose intolerance. So, Timan A class, basta lactose intolerance, bawal ang human milk, bawal ang cow's milk. Unsay pwede nila? Soy-based milk. But remember, your soy-based milk is not as rich in calcium and is not as rich in vitamin D. Kulang sa calcium, kulang sa vitamin D that we get from milk. That's why, when you have lactose intolerance and you have been taking lacto-free nga gatas, soy-based milk, dapat hatagan nato silang supplements of calcium and vitamin D. Kay kulang man ang gatas nga ilang giinom. Blood flecks. These are those nga nasamad ang lubot. Okay? Black tarry stools, those that has been able to ingest maternal blood. So posible no nga inigawas sa bata sa vagina ni mama, pwede nga nakatulon og dugo ni mama. So kay nakatulon man sila dugo pagkalibang nila ang ilang tae itom. Now, sir, naabaya yung internal bleeding sa ato ang mga katinaihan. And when the bleeding is at the upper GIT, ari ka sa esophagus, ari ka sa stomach, paggawas ana sa lubot, black ang color sa dugo. We call that class as melena. Pero kung lower GIT bleeding like sa colon, no? Sa large intestine, paggawas sa dugo ana kung naay bleeding, fresh ang dugo, hematochezia. Okay? So, ang bleeding, kung naatay GIT problem, pwede glabas, pwede luma. Kung luma na, mo nagitawag na to, miluma na, melena. This happens when the bleeding is at the upper GIT. Kay naturally, inigdagan ana, madigest ang dugo mo, nang itom na siya inigawas. Pero kung ang samad nimo naa sa ubos, inigawas sa dugo, labas pa ang imuhang dugo. We call it as fresh as chezia, hematochezia. Okay? Now, kung naatay old bleeding, unya naasa tay ingested maternal blood, paggawa sa tae, itom. Ba? Kung naakay old bleeding or bleeding that happens at the upper GIT, paggawa sa dugo, itom. Ang dugo, mo itom ang tae. Kung nakatulon kag dugo ni mama, paggawa sa tae, itom. So, in both of these instances, ang color sa tae, itom. The question is, how do you distinguish if the blood that was ingested was from the mother or it was a bleeding on the very baby himself? Saan man nimo pag-distinguish? Unsay test nga atong gamiton? We call it as the dipstick apt test. So the dipstick apt test is a test that is used to distinguish whether the black tarry stool is an old blood from ingested from the mother, or is an old blood from a bleeding at the upper GIT of the baby. Okay? So those are the different significant findings of the stool. Now, what if, class, the baby was not able to pass out stool within the normal 1-day period or the normal 2-day period? Diba ang atong rule kanina, tanawa ang rule, class. Day 1, dapat ang bata malibang o blackish green. Meconium should be passed within the first day or up to the second day of life. Ang question is, what if the stool has not been passed out? What could have been the cause? So there are 3 possible causes. Number 1, meconium ileus. Number 2, imperforate anus. And number 3, volvulus. When we say meconium ileus, class, this refers to the condition where there is an obstruction at the intestinal lumen because of a hardened meconium. Meaning, ang imuhang tinae na ay tae diha sulod nga nigahi nga di na makaagi hinuon ang uban, ni bara ang imuhang tinae tungod sa usa ka gahi nga meconium, tungod sa usa ka gahi nga tae. So kung mao ning imong tinae, mao ni siyang exit point dire na ay ni bara nga tae. This is what we call as the meconium plug or the meconium ileus. So kung naay nagbara dinha, di na makadagan ang imuhang tae. Mao na siya ang gitawag nato og meconium ileus. Kanus man na ay meconium ileus? There is a meconium ileus in a single instance only. Mahitabo ra na siya, class, ang meconium ileus kung ang imuhang bata na ay cystic fibrosis. Okay? So again, remember the rule. Okay? Dapat ang meconium should be passed out within the first 24 to 48 hours. Kung dili kalibang ang bata sulod sa una or ikaduha nga adlaw, posible nga rason, meconium ileus, imperforate anus, or volvulus. Ang atong gihisgutan karon, class, ang number 1, meconium ileus. Unsa tong meconium ileus? This is a condition where naakay tinae, dili kagawa sa imuhang exit diri dapita kay naay stool nga nakabara nga gahi. Mao nang gitawag nato siya as a meconium plug. Okay? Nganong naa may meconium ileus? This meconium ileus will only happen. The only instance that it will happen is when the patient is suffering from a condition called cystic fibrosis. Cystic fibrosis, class, is a condition which is caused by a defect in your chromosome number 7. That is the reason why ang cystic fibrosis, ako na siyang tawagon og 7 fibrosis. Remember cystic fibrosis? 7 fibrosis. Nganong 7 fibrosis man na? Because cystic fibrosis is a defect in your chromosome number 7. Okay? So sa imuhang mga chromosome, ang ikapito nga chromosome na ay depekto, na ay guba, na ay problema. And because na ay problema ang imong ikapito nga cystic fibrosis, na kay duha ka problema. Problem number 1, C. Your chloride is elevated. Okay? Increased ang imuhang chloride. By saying chloride, I mean sodium chloride. Okay? So basta na 7 fibrosis, problem number 1, letter C. Imong chloride taas. Such that, class, ang normal nga chloride sa ato ang singot. No? Kaning atong singot, inigsingot na to, parat man na siya. Pila may asin nga naa sa singot. Dapat, class, 20 mex ra na siya. Mao nay normal salt in the sweat. Pero kung naa kay cystic fibrosis, ang imuhang singot mag-contain og up to 4 times nga parat. So it can reach up to 80 mex. So how do we diagnose, class, kung ang usa ka bata naa ba day cystic fibrosis? Atong tan-awon kung pila ang asin nga naa sa singot. Kay ang normal nga tao, ang asin nga naa sa singot, sodium chloride, supposedly 20. Pero kung naa day kay cystic fibrosis, maabot diay og 80. Unsa may tawag ana nga test? We call that, class, as the sweat chloride test. Okay? Your sweat chloride test is a test to determine how much salt is in the sweat. Normal, 20. Basta na ay cystic fibrosis, maabot og 80. So mauning mga klasiha sa mga bata nga kumugawas na sila out on a sunny day, nakaitom og t-shirt, pagtanaw ni mo t-shirt, gaasin-asin, makita ang mapa sa tibuok kalibutan. Grabe ang asin-asin. This is cystic fibrosis. Now, what kind of diet do we advise to people with cystic fibrosis? Should it be a high salt diet or a low salt diet? What do you think? Low salt? And you are wrong. Why? Because salt is a major electrolyte that is used for the brain. Kung kuwangan gani kag salt, class, na adjud kay seizures, na kay confusions, na kay convulsions. Because sodium is a major electrolyte for the brain. Asa man ang imong sodium? Di ba imo man gipagawas? Di ba imo man gisingot? Unya, di ka mo kaon og asin. So unsa may mahitabo? Magkuwang ka sa asin. That's why, because you excrete too much salt, you need to replenish it with a high salt diet. So again, the diet for patients with cystic fibrosis should be high in salt. What is the second problem in cystic fibrosis? Look at letter F. Letter F there stands for fluids. Meaning to say, the fluids in the body are thick. Baga ang mga tubig nga naa sa imuhang lawas. Ang imuhang similya, lapot. Imong cervical mucus, vaginal mucus, lapot. Imuhang pancreatic juices, lapot. Imong pulmonary secretions, lapot. Ang imuhang stools, lapot. Sir, ingon ka fluid. Ang fluid, lapot or sticky. Nganong mulapot or mo sticky man ang stools? Nakalimot mo, class, nga ang stools are made up of water as well. Distinguish the small and the large intestine. The small intestine absorbs nutrients. The large intestine absorbs water. And water is fluid. And because it is fluid, in a patient with cystic fibrosis, these fluids become thick or sticky. Mauna nga nahimo siyang meconium plug. So meconium ileus happens because ang tubig component sa tae sa bata is very sticky nga nakakosya og bara sa imuhang tinae, and because naay bara sa imuhang tinae, di na moagas ang imuhang tae. So kung why moagas, there is absence of meconium on day 1 and day 2. That's one. Another reason, class, is when patients have imperforate anus. Walay buslot ang lubot. And this is the reason why tanan nga mga temperature taking sa newborn, dili nimo iilok, dili nimo idunggan, dili nimo ibaba, ari nimo ipasok sa lubot. The first temperature of the baby should be taken by the nurse via rectal thermometer at the rectum. So magkuha tag temperature, class, ngari sa lubot. Magamit ka og rectal thermometer, ipasok sa lubot. Nganong kinahanglan man gyud dito sa lubot, sir? Because it is highly reliable. That's one. And number two, because we want to test whether or not the anus is imperforate. Okay? That is the reason nga nung rectal temperature ang kuhaon. And another reason nga nung di makalibang ang bata is possible volvulus. Unsa man na siyang volvulus? There is twisting of your intestines. Okay? Tanawa ni. Nahigot ang imuhang tinae. This is the twisting of the intestine, such that the twist would lead to obstruction of the passage of the feces, di kagi ang tae, and another one, it can compromise the blood supply. Pwede na siyang mag-necrosis. Kung mag-necrosis, mag-gisi, mugawas ang tae, complication, peritonitis later on, and complications sa peritonitis, shock, patay ang pasyente. Okay? That's why we need to do surgery over patients with volvulus. Now we go to the different reflexes. What are the different reflexes among newborns? Okay? Class, ang imong i-expect ani sa board exam is not on the question as to what these reflexes are. Unsa man ni, dili ingon ana ang board exam. Ang common pangutana sa board exam is kanusa mawagtang ang reflexes. Because when we discuss growth and development later on, class, you will be able to learn that before a person develops a skill, he must lose reflexes. Example, extrusion reflex. Unsa man ang extrusion reflex, sir? Kana bitaw naa kay ibutang sa dila sa bata, unsa may buhaton? Iyang iluwa. Diba? Ang bata nga di pa nato gipakaon atong tagaan og gamay, unsa buha? Iyang iluwa. Iyang ilabay sa iyang dila, no? Anak sa imuhang bata. Gituyo na sa bata, wala. That's a reflex. We call that, class, as extrusion reflex. And when is extrusion reflex usually lost? It's lost at 4 months. So tanawa ha, dapat mawala ang extrusion reflex at 4 months. Nga naman, in 6 months manggod class, magsugod na ang atuang feeding of solid foods. So kung magsige pa nagluwa ang imuhang bata, di pa din na siya ready mukaon og solid foods. Because for the child to be able to be fed, para mahungitan ng bata, dapat mawagtang na tong extrusion reflex. And that explains the principle that reflexes must be lost before a skill is developed. Okay? So ang pangutana din sa board exam, kanus-a mani mawala. Kanus-a mani mawagtang. O example, blink reflex. Unsa man ang blink reflex? Whenever there is light that passes through the eyes tends to blink. Okay? And that is our body's way of protecting the eyes against foreign materials. Mupirat mo ba? Simple, ang pagpirat. Mawagtang ba na siya nga reflex? No. They are never lost. Even until now, kusog gihapon kahit mo pirat. Basta na ay mga particles padulong sa atong mata. Or na ay air padulong sa atong mata. Or na ay light padulong sa atong mata. It's never lost. Okay? So from birth until today, we never lose our blink reflex because it is a body's way of protecting our eyes from foreign materials. Look at rooting and sucking reflex. Unsa man na siyang rooting reflex, sir? Rooting reflex is when you brush the cheek, okay? Imo na siyang i-brush ang cheek. Pag ana nimo, ang bata will turn towards that direction. So kung diri sa pikas, ang bata mo ana pud na siya diha. When are mothers supposed to do this? Inikugos nila sa ilang bata. Kung nagkugos kog baby, magpatutoy ko sa akong bata, naghigda na siya, asa mang ulo ana, di ba? Tuwa dito pa dong. Kung nagkugos ko, tuwa dito pa dong. So what do I do para ang bata mulingin ako? Akong hiwion ang now? No. You get your breast, use your nipples, brush the cheek of the child. And because imong gikuhit sa nipples diri, what will the child do? The child will look towards that direction. We call that class as rooting reflex. Okay? Now, paglingi sa bata, maigo na ang iyahang lips sa nipple. When the lips are touched, they suck. Okay? When the lips of the baby are touched, they tend to suck. So when you look at rooting reflex, 1. When you look at sucking reflex, 2. What is common between the two? These are behaviors of a child in searching for food. So what did the child do? He seeks for food. The child seeks for food. Unsa man ang seeks for food? Because seeks is very important. The child seeks for food. That is the time when these reflexes are lost. 6 weeks in rooting, 6 months in sucking. Sir, mawagtang day ng sucking reflex. Nga kusog pa man kay kumusak karon. Ba? Kusog pa ba mo musak ron? O, yes ko no. Kung musak man ganay mo class, inyo nang tinuyuan, dili na reflex. Ang kanang reflex, kanang automatic ba? Kanang walay magsugo ninyo. Kay kung musak mo din ha, kamo nagbuot ana. Dili na sugo sa utok. No? Because reflexes are autonomic, sugo sa utok. Automatic mangukusir, basta mahikapan lang ganin nagamay akong lips, musak dayon ko. That's voluntary. Okay? But in the case of newborns, that's involuntary. Bisag kamot imong ibutang sa lips sa bata, subsopo na. Kung butangan nagkamot inyong baba inyo ng subsopo, inyo na ng pagkaamaw. Dili na siya reflex, ha? Dili na reflex. So your sucking reflex are lost at 6 months. Rooting reflex are lost at 6 weeks. Aron di kalimot, the babies will seek for food. Rooting, brush the cheek. Sucking, touch the lips. Okay, next, swallowing. Swallowing is when foods go as far as the posterior tongue, it is swallowed. When things go at the anterior tongue, they are extruded. Mao na akong giingon kanina. Kung nakakaibutang sa atubangan sa dila, iluwa, extrusion. Kung nakakaibutang sa luyo sa dila, tonlon, swallowing. Okay? Now, swallowing reflex class is never lost. Di na mawagtang, sir, dili, kabantay mo. Nagkaon mong santol. Nagsige mong tabi, natunan ko, gituyo to ninyo to ng santol. Kendi, istorya mo, sige mong istorya. Natunan ni mo, snowbear, gituyo na, wa sa natuyo because it has went as far as the posterior tongue. So, kani inyong timan-an sa swallowing o sa extrusion. When the particles go to the back of the tongue, it will be swallowed, swallowing. But when it goes to the front of the tongue, anterior, it is extruded. And we call that as extrusion. Swallowing is never lost. But extrusion is lost at 4 months. Kanitanan class months na. Ang weeks nga inyong timan-an, rooting ra. Okay? So when is extrusion reflex lost? It is lost at 4 months. And how do I memorize that? You can think about having had 4 X's. Okay? You can think of having had upat akong X. Or you can think of the word forex. Remember this. Forex. You can relate to that later. Okay? So, akong gimin diha class forest. Punta. But think of forex. Nganong forex? Extrusion, 4. Okay? 4x. Forest. Remember that. Ato nang i-relate later. Okay? Now, standby sana. Parking sana. Look at palmar grass. Unsa man ang palmar grass? This is the palm. When you put the finger to the palm of a newborn, the newborn will grab your finger that too tight that even if you lift the child, maalsa nimo ang bata. Maingon din mo, ay ganahan siya nako kay mukupot siya sa akong kamot. Oy amaw kita tanan. Bisan pagkawatan or stranger criminal mukupot sa kamot ana, basta palmar grass na di gyud ka buhian. Okay? So sana all newborn, no? Di gyud mo buhi. So you call it as palmar grass. When the palms are stimulated, they grab the fingers or that thing and holds on to that thing so tightly. We call that as palmar grass. Is that lost? So, ko na inyong silingan. Anak ko na, ana. Buhian ba nagdi? Di ba pwede buhian? Because it's lost. But newborns, no, they possess that as a matter of reflex. Mawagtang na? Yes. Remember class, palm tree. Na ako giswat diri. Palm tree. Palm tree. Asa itanom ang palm tree? Asa itanom ang palm tree? Okay. Asa itanom ang palm tree? So 4x palm tree. Not yet. Let's relate that para makomplito na to. Okay? Plantar. Kung kani kamot, class, kung kani kamot, if we do this at the soles of the feet, we call it plantar. So when this is the soles of the feet and you stimulate it here, the feet will flex, attempting to hold the finger. You call it the plantar. Kani, palmar. Kani, plantar. When do you lose it? 8 months. Asa itanom ang palm tree so you need to plant it. Okay? You plant it. Which one? The palm tree. Where? At the forex. Okay? Plantar 8. Plant it. Palm tree. Forex. Harog makalimot pa mo ana. Okay? So when do you lose your plantar? 8 months. The palm tree at the forex 4 months. Okay? Next. Tonic neck reflex. And I don't want you to say tonic. You say tunic neck reflex. Anong tunic neck? Because you lose it at 2 months. Okay? Tunic neck reflex is when you position the head of the child to one side, the arms and the legs on that side will extend. Okay? Such that when you move the other head to the other side, this one will flex and the arms on this side will flex. That's why we call this class as fencing or boxing reflex. Nga naman, when you do boxing, you do this way. Asa akong ulo? Dito. Asa ang extended? My legs and my arms on that side where the head is positioned. But on the side, opposite to that facing position, flex mo din siya. Such that, iniglingin ako dito speakers, mo anak ko. So kung asa ang ulo, kamot tiil, extended. Other side, flex. If you position the head to the other side, this flexes and the other extends. You call that as tunic neck reflex because you lose it at too much. Moro reflex. And I've discussed this already. Remember MVP, 32 weeks. Moro reflex, otherwise known as your startle reflex, such that when you drop a child by 1 or 2 inches, the child extends. When you have watched the movie of Cesar Montano, Moro Ami, which was shot in Bohol, katubitaw mo ingon siya, area nga mga bata mo dive dayon sa tubig. We call that class as Moro Ami. Okay? But I don't call it as Moro Ami. I call it Moro Anim because you lose it at 6 months. Okay? So this is what we call as the Moro reflex. And this one is our tunic neck reflex. Okay? So when do you lose your tunic neck? Palmar grass, plantar grass, extrusion reflex, blink reflex, never. Swallowing reflex, never. Rooting reflex, 6 weeks. Sucking reflex, tunic neck, plantar, palmar, tonic, palmar, plantar, extrusion, rooting, sucking, blink, sucking, rooting, tonic, palmar, plantar, extrusion. So remember those reflexes. Okay? So that ends part 3 of our discussion.